The Washington State Economic and Revenue Forecast Council released its quarterly state revenue forecast last week. The state received some good news. What are you hearing in Olympia?
Well, the good news is you're paying too much. We have $1.3 billion in extra revenue. So that means that you're overpaying for something. You have paid too much into the state, and we need to make sure that the state stays within its means and make sure we return that money to the taxpayers.
What are some of the reasons for this increase? That is a significant sum.
It is a significant sum, and what's happening is the Puget Sound area is booming, but we don't see that in our rural areas. We have restrictions, we have GMAs, and we really are hindering progress in our rural part of the state while the Puget Sound is booming economically. And you probably noticed that your property taxes have increased significantly, and that's due to the McCleary decision to pay for education. This year we're going to have an increase in your property taxes, and as that will go down over time, but unfortunately that's a big increase. So we're looking at that as in the state to reduce those property taxes to give the property owners a little break.
With all of this new tax revenue coming in, are we still seeing momentum for tax increases in Olympia?
It's unfortunate with such a high revenue forecast that we're even having the discussion about a sugar tax, vehicles miles traveled tax, a carbon tax, and a capital gains tax. We shouldn't be even discussing those. And it's unfortunate that they're looking to take more money when you have overpaid.
What's the response been from you and your colleagues to this new revenue?
We have a property tax reduction legislation. We have legislation to give back on or reduce sales tax, and we have legislation to reduce the B&O tax for our small businesses. And Representative Mike Chapman and I have been working across the aisle in bipartisanship to work at reducing manufacturing B&O tax in the rural areas. And this is so important because it actually increases economic revenue for where we need it the most in the rural parts of Washington state. Speaker Frank Chop put in the House Democratic budget this piece of legislation, HB 2992, and it's so important that we start looking to incentivize businesses outside the Puget Sound area.